Okay, so I'm Karen Bass, and 5 years ago, I broke my wrist, and I was seeing a lady that actually referred me to Brenda Malloy for shiatsu. I'd never heard of shiatsu before, but I had a cast on my wrist, and this friend referred me to Brenda because she knew that she could help me and work through the cast. So the first time that I came, one of the first things that immediately I found was just how inviting the space is and how inviting Brenda Malloy was. Um, I was nervous the very first time. I didn't know what to expect. And so I had shiatsu. And after my very first session, um, I knew that this was something that I was so interested in and that I wanted to know more about, and I knew that I would be back. So I started seeing Brenda on a regular basis, and then I started taking her weekend courses. Brenda has a wide variety of courses that she does on the weekend, from acupressure oil to extraordinary vessels. She does a course on bowls, crystal bowls, and the Tibetan singing bowls. And so I started taking those courses, and every course pretty much that she offered I took, and she does Reiki as well. So I've taken my Reiki level 1 and 2 and 3 with her. And as the years went by, last year, I had said to her after a session, I said, I'm not sure why I haven't been drawn to take the shiatsu course. Because I had injured my wrist, and I also had broken my knee at one point. So I felt that those limitations, because I didn't have full range of motion. But with taking yoga with Brenda and doing the shiatsu, the range of motion certainly had gotten better. And she said to me, she said, so yeah, so why is that? And she didn't tell me what to do, or that I should take it. She just kind of, she said, physically, you can do this. And I said, well, I don't think I can. And she's like, well, think of how far you've come. Oh. So I went home and I thought about it, and then I started to think of logistically what I could do so that I could take the course, because it is a part-time course and I was working full-time. So I made some arrangements, and I phoned her back and I said, I would like to take the course. And she's like, great. So last year was such an amazing experience. The course isn't just you come to school, you do the work, and you leave. It is much bigger than that. You're pretty much immersed in the world of learning yourself, because shiatsu isn't just about the body. Shiatsu is about body, mind, and spirit, and that's why I'm so drawn to it. I have had a lot of other modalities that I have had done on myself by other people, and none of them give you that full experience. And also what I find about shiatsu is that it's a very reciprocal modality, is that not only as the person that is doing the shiatsu, the person that's receiving the shiatsu receives the benefit of it, but the person that is the conduit also, because that chi it's a reciprocal, it's flowing, it's back, and it's not just one way, it's circular, right? It's moving in through you and out to them, and it's beauty in motion. And I love, Brenda calls it, it's a dance. It's a beautiful dance that you do with your client as the partner, and it's fluid. And it's so calming, and as the practitioner, you're working on the body, but you're also stretching yourself, and so stretching your mind as you're working, and your body as well. So with the course, you really learn so much about yourself. You have to dig pretty deep. There are different layers of the course that really push you. There's parts that trigger you, back to when you were when I was in high school, as far as test anxiety, being good enough, uh, being a straight A student, as well as being able to live into that ability. And Brenda is an amazing teacher in that she holds the space for her students when they're struggling, and she changes how she teaches depending on the students. Because if she says it one way and she can see that we're not getting it, then she'll change. She'll sort of skirt around it and come back to it from another way, or another method of showing us. So that to me is just an amazing gift that she has. Some teachers just teach the way they teach, but she can shift and change for the different classes. And I have seen her teach many different classes, many different students, and many different levels of ability and knowledge when they come into the class. And she's able to adjust to those people. So it's quite amazing talent, I believe, to be able to do that.